Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today we have a special show where we're going to be rating the regulars of the ABV Barrel Shop. My name is Steve Akeley, joined by Darren McCroy and Clayton Sabacker. Clayton, what's up, man?
Howdy.
Man, he's here for this, Darren. Can you believe it?
He has been sitting here waiting for us to do this.
Yes, I think he came in specifically to do that. That's kind of cool. He was waiting around thinking, this thing needs a little refreshing, right? I saw you were complaining online that you weren't getting enough love in this, right?
Yeah. I mean, I know I've fallen off, you know.
You've fallen off, yeah.
Sometimes you become the swing that you swear you never would. And I looked in the mirror one day, I said, we're here.
This is where we're at. So as we're getting ready to do this, then we're like, let's. Clayton, would you be interested in doing this? You said yes, and then you went over and grabbed what bottle did he get, Darren?
Yeah, he bought our Willet 11-year-old rye, cast strength.
yeah.
Probably the nicest bottle we have in the shop.
Definitely the nicest bottle we have in the shop. So that's pretty cool. We'll be drinking that. We'll pop that cork right before we go out to break today. But before we get to that, Clayton, you did say there's something you want to talk about. What is that?
Yeah, so, I mean, we're kind of in the cold months. You know, we've had a big snowstorm. You know, another one coming soon, who knows. But, you know, say you're outside shoveling, you're out in the cold, whatever, and then you come back inside. What is the one thing you want to have to warm you back up?
Okay. This is good because you can't, your inclination is probably to say several things, but you only get to say one. Mm-hmm. So we got to stay to the rules here.
So I think I'm going to go first and go with the obvious answer. It's not as obvious the way he worded it this time.
Uh-huh.
But when he was asking if that was a good small talk, he asked if you could have one hot thing, what would that be? And I think the number one answer is hot babe.
Kate Upton?
Yeah, Kate Upton.
Kate Upton.
That's fair.
That is a great answer. But besides that, I think...
Besides Kate Upton, okay.
A fresh pair of socks and a blanket. I think that's what I do every time. He's like,
Lieutenant Dan said it. You got to take care of your feet.
Yeah. If your toes are cold, you're never going to warm up.
Uh-huh.
And so I put on a fresh pair of socks for like 10 minutes because I don't leave socks on in my house.
Okay. So the old socks were not, if they're not fresh, you got to freshen up the socks?
They probably sweat, like if you're shoveling the driveway, your feet probably sweat a little bit.
Okay.
And then they're kind of damp. And so that
you freshen up the socks and you feel warmer.
Yeah, it's a camping thing. If you change your socks,
feel very
pretty. Never go to sleep in the same socks that you
Have
were
you heard
wearing
the song
all
I
day.
Feel Pretty?
What? Okay.
I'll go along the same lines. I mean, there's the inclination, of course. There's hot chocolate, there's high-proof bourbon, but I think if I could only have one thing, I got an electric blanket that I have on the couch by the TV. That thing warms you up toasty, and you don't even need to refresh your socks. It gets nice and warm.
Yeah.
So, it'll take care of everything.
I'd have to go some hot soup, like some hot potato soup or some corn chowder or something.
Okay.
Just real nice and warm that just, you sit on the couch and you're just like, you know what? this is.
I think you made a good choice too on the potato soup. You want something a little bit heartier as opposed to a thin soup like a chicken noodle or something. Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
See, but I don't know if soup's the right way because your hands are probably cold. And holding a hot bowl of soup isn't necessarily the best thing. That's why you got to put them under a blanket.
Chicken noodle soup for the soul, though. So, like, there's something there. It's just revitalizing.
Interesting. What other things did we leave off? Because I mentioned high proof bourbon. That certainly could be an option.
Hot shower.
Hot shower is good.
That always does feel nice.
Yep.
You ever get where you get cold to the bone, like your core temperature, whatever? I don't know what that really is happening in your body, but the only thing that'll fix it is a hot shower.
Yeah.
You go take a hot shower and fix it. But that's the only thing. You can lay on your blankets all that, and it's like, no, I'm cold beyond that.
Yep. You need to cook from the outside in a little bit.
Yeah.
A fire is always nice.
Fire. Fire's
My
good.
parents' house has a nice gas stove or gas fireplace.
Okay. Yeah. That's good. Like a favorite sweatshirt or sweater or something. You got
other hot drinks, a hot tea. That's some
hot
people,
tea.
things
Hot
like
tea's
that.
not bad. Hot tea's good.
I have a sweatshirt that I just wear around the house, so that would be something I would also go put on.
Yeah.
It's mostly because it doesn't look good enough to leave my house, and I don't have many standards in life, but this thing is rough.
Really?
Kind of like Darren said, like not maybe like fresh socks, but like some nice big fuzzy socks.
Fuzzy socks are good. Yeah, I've got a couple pairs of those through the years, so yeah, those are nice to put on. Yeah. So very good. Do Darren, anytime you're like entertaining ladies at your house, do you wear the sweatshirt at the house then?
It's happened before. Probably not, since it's been in as bad of shape as it's in now.
Okay.
It's like the whole arm sleeves are like shortened. And
so a date for you is like take them to the Mellow Mushroom and then back to your house to hang out and Netflix and chill. And then they see that thing and they're like, oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Very, very.
See,
very it's all coming.
You
together.
never let them see it until the morning time, and then that's when you wear it around. When they're already in too deep.
Oh, interesting. All right. On that note, it's time to drink. So what we got here is the 11-year-old Willett Rye. Let's see what we got here. We'll let Clayton pop this. He's got to do the honors because he just bought it. This is going to be a fresh crack, too, so I'm expecting good things. Here we go.
Blast off in 3, 2, 1.
Whoa, there it is. That's the winner right there, folks. Let's give this thing a pour and see what we got. Oh, sounds like goodness. Yes.
Kyle Neely's favorite joke.
Kyle Neely's laughing right now. So, all right. There we go. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Yeah, this will be good.
Wow.
Man, that is really... What's the proof on that?
119.
That drink's like it's like 90 proof.
Oh, man.
I could crush that bottle right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that there was a proof to it.
I know. God, that is fantastic. That is really, really
I changed my answer. This
this is the one.
This is the one.
Yeah. Yeah. Really good. All right. What we'll do next, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, it is going to be time to rate the regulars. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show. Break. What, small talk, Darren? You got something?
Yeah.
That sounds like it's going to be horrible.
Yeah. I still haven't thought of anything.
And you're listening to the Bourbon Daily. All right, everybody, welcome back. Here it's Clayton, Steve, and Darren, and we're here at the ABV Barrel Shop, and we're getting ready to rate the regulars. Here are the regulars that are eligible. We go through a process. We come up with 20 people. We got the following: Wayne Van Sluis, Tim Howard, KK and New Guy, Addison Steinkamp, Clayton Sabacher. Oh, you're on the list. Yeah, they're on the
Funny
list.
how that works.
The trio of Clint, James, and Caitlin, Josh Dale, Meredith and Matt, the Hoyles, the Monicas, Doc Casey, Hogan Miller, Hatches, the Hawks, Rachel McClure, Spencer, Trevor Stefanski, Cop Tony, Evan Van Scoik, and Bobby Wilson. That is our 20. Who's going to be number one? Who's number one?
I think I have a name in mind.
Okay.
Do you have a name, Steve?
Yeah, I think so. I think number one has got to be set. But what do you think?
I think it's Addison.
Addison.
That's not the name you had,
That's
is it?
not the name I had. He was going to be solid, but I think for the work that he did today alone.
Yeah.
And again, we've seen him a lot more.
He's been coming to classes,
coming in a lot. I don't know how many times you've seen him just when he's like by himself.
I've seen him 10 times more than I've seen his father. So,
yes. All right, he gets it. Addison Steinkamp. All right. What about Clayton? Clayton, who goes in number two? We're going to let you go number two. You can even say yourself.
No, I am always going to be partial to my man Wayne.
Wayne Van Sluis.
Just always, he's always around. He's always helpful.
Oh, yeah.
He's always,
You got to like everything about Wayne. First of all, just a nice person. Second of all, a generous person.
Yes.
He's always, getting things and sharing them. And, he goes out and when he's somewhere, he's like, does anybody need this? Or, just a good guy.
He went on his trip and then brought a lot of stuff back for people.
a lot of stuff.
He's just a guy you always want around.
Yeah. If there is any get-together and I don't want Wayne there, it's not a get-together. Like, Wayne is somebody that you want at every single thing.
Yeah, I agree. So I'll get to go next. I'm going to say I got to go Clayton.
Yeah.
I mean, Clayton, you've been in here a bunch. You've always been a great customer. Dude, you belong here, man. So
and you always bring good whiskey. Or
always bring good.
Let us taste good whiskey. That if you don't think whiskey is a quick way to our hearts, you know who also brings in a lot of whiskey? Wayne, yeah.
Clayton's always generous, though, but he's always willing to share with anybody. If another customer just happens to be here, or if there'd be one walking in right now, I'm sure he'd be like, hey, you want to try it? He's just that type. So, yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate that.
Yes. Number 4. Who do we think? Does anybody stand out for that number 4 spot? What do we think?
I think my vote for the number 4 spot. They had a really strong month. They were here all the time. And you know what? Maybe 4 is not for them. Because I was going to say the Hoyles, but they missed a cocktail class last night.
Oh.
Which they had never missed a cocktail class.
Yeah, your Key West cocktails, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am pretty sure they had a good reason, but it's going to have to knock them down a couple points.
I feel like the reason was Dave's got to travel on Monday. Well, that's like 2 days away.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself. Was he really like working hard? Like, all right, I gotta buckle down here. I gotta pack. I don't know. What does he got to do for that?
So provisionally, they would have been number 4 this month. They had a really good showing, but I think Tim Howard passed them up.
Tim Howard slides by them. Okay.
Every time we see Tim, nice, awesome guy to hang around.
Yeah.
Always coming to speakeasy events as well.
Pleasant. Yeah. Like everybody else, he's a very nice guy. All right, Clayton, we're going to let you pick one here. Who do you think belongs on this list now?
I'll let the Hoyles drop to 5. I think Darren's just trying to send a message. Just to let them know, hey,
message has been sent.
He
doesn't want to.
They will hear the message, and I'm sure I will hear about it.
He doesn't want to hurt them too bad.
Tighten up.
Okay. All right, boy. I did see Clint, James, and Caitlin. They were here when I was here. I've seen KK and the new guy a lot.
KK and the new guy. That sounds more like a band now.
Or a TV show. Welcome to KK and the new guy. Morning radio. But, boy, this is tough.
Yeah.
And we're only halfway there.
Like you said, everyone on this list, you've got, everyone's great. So it's like, it's hard to pick. Yeah, so I'm going to say, because he was, I feel strong last time and didn't even make the top 10, he's got to be back on here. Number 6, Josh Dale. Josh Dale is back. He is back, ascending his way up the ranks. And he's an executive bourbon steward now. So
that's a big deal. That's a big deal. He's classing it up when he comes in here now. So that's cool. I'm going to let him put his thing on the thing. But don't let him take this one spot.
Yeah.
If you do it when I'm not here. All right. Number 7. Darren, what do you think?
Number 7. I think I'm going to have to go with the person that is closest to my age on this list. I think that's got to be true. He has been coming to a lot of classes. Trevor Stefanski has... I think there wasn't a class we did in December or so far in January that he wasn't at. And newer syndicate member, not as deep, and I believe it's his first time making the list. I think that's why he has to get number 7.
All right, he comes in at number 7. All right, Clayton, that puts you for number 8 here. What do you like? Who gets to join you on this honorable list?
I think knowing how much of a busy guy he is, Spencer. Spencer is just, when he does come, when he gets time, he's, again, another one of those people that, like, you just love to be around him. You wish he could make it more. You wish,
Right.
And when he does, it's just always a joy being around him.
Steve finally got to see Spencer for the first time in forever. Yeah. I feel like we'd been a couple months without you seeing him. I
did go a long streak where I didn't. I thought he quit coming in.
Are you sure he just wasn't dodging you?
He might have been. But I've seen him several times now. So yeah, recently he's been coming in when I've been here. I think he's mad at Darren about something.
Yeah,
some sort of beef with Darren.
I'm sure.
All right.
So who do we have left on the list with 2 spots remaining?
Only 2 spots remain. You got KK and New Guy, Clint, James, and Caitlin. You got Meredith and Matt. You got the Monicas, Doc Casey, Hogan Miller, the Hatches, the Hawks, Rachel McClure. Trevor's off. Cop Tony, Evan Van Scoyk, and Bobby Wilson. Man, this pains me.
Yeah, this sucks.
This is bad.
I'm so glad I don't have to do the last one this time. It's Clayton's job.
Wait, what?
I don't think that's how this works, but
KK and New Guy, I've seen them a lot. I've seen the Monicas a lot. Doc Casey, I've seen him more than I have in the past. Cop Tony has been in a lot when I've been here. Bobby Wilson, been seeing a bunch. But I think it's got to be the Monicas. Monicas make the list. They're at number 9. All right.
So
that includes that would include
Rachel.
Rachel gets in there too. So you got Matt and Linda.
I'm going to include Ryan too, even though he doesn't count. But I don't know if we've seen him this time. But if
I haven't seen him, but
it's the unit.
Yeah,
it's the unit. Okay. All right, one more to go, Darren. It's your turn.
Okay. So I'm probably between 12 different people.
Okay.
Which you think we have a top 20 list, and we've already taken off 9. We should have more like 11 different people. But I am thinking there's been some really strong performances. See, so how do you compare new, strong oncomers versus rock solid people like Evan Van Scoik and Hogan Miller that have been doing this for months, right? I personally like to give the edge to the newer people. I think that is...
Do you?
Sometimes.
I feel like making the top 20 is step number one. They've done that.
Yeah.
And you've already gave one, you've elevated, even his first time to appear in the top 20, he already made a list, Trevor. So I feel like you don't want to overdo that either. So
I think I'm going to go with...
Yes.
KK and New Guy.
KK and New Guy!
For not seeing her a lot of the beginning of December. She really came on strong these last couple of weeks.
Yep, there it is. So here are our top 10 regulars. Addison Steinkamp comes in at number 1. Unbelievable. What a journey he's been on. Then you've got Wayne Van Sluis, always hovering around the top these days. So that's pretty cool. Then you got Clayton is up next at number 3. Tim Howard, number 4. The Hoyles. Josh Dale, Trevor, as we talked about, at number 7, Spencer at number 8, the Monicas at number 9, and last but not least, KK and the New Guy.
So, something I want to point out about this list. I think this is the most executive, without actually remembering to check this, I think this is the most executive bourbon stewards we've had on this list.
1, 2, 3.
Wait, is Wayne
4?
1 too? Oh, no, Clayton is who you're pointing out. I see.
Yeah. 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
6. We got 6.
Half of our top 10.
Yes.
Kind of.
2, even if as many as 3 people on there. So,
yeah.
But yeah. So 6 people on the top 10. What did we have last time? Just let's look at that real quick. So far 0. I don't think the Wellers do. Rick Ernst, no. McNew, no. KK, yes, 1.
Okay. Then it's this. I think it should be 2 because local celebrity Michael Steinkamp.
Yeah, so 2. It was 2 last month. So we went from 2 to 6. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You think that Steinkamp would buck up and pay for his kid to go do it?
Yeah.
You know, he's in this journey. Help him out. He just made number 1, Pops. Why not throw him a bone?
Well, has Michael made number 1 before?
No.
No. I don't think so either. He's either too busy or too sick.
Or sick. There was sometimes when he was on the trajectory, but then the winter came around. And, he just disappeared on us.
I mean, what better way to get to number 1 than helping out another regular, you know?
Exactly. That would play well in the eyes of the judges.
Yeah, it would.
Man of the people.
Even the Russian judge.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. All right, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Clayton, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
Yep, you can find me on Facebook at the Jefferson County Bourbon Collective and on Instagram at JeffCo Bourbon Collective.
All right, Darren.
You can find me never making number 1 on this list. Even when I was a regular, I never made number 1, so I can relate with Michael Steinkamp on Instagram at The Bourbon Adventures.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. The important website to remember, those ABV Network. All of our content is out there. Also, come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop. You never know what's going on. And, hell, you may make the regular list. You don't have to be in the syndicate or anything like that. It's just who brings us the most joy. That's always the parameters to get on the list, and that's where we're at right now. That's our top 10. And, of course, get involved with the show. You can give us a 5-star review with comments. It helps new people find the show. And last but not least, head over to patreon.com/the ABV Network. That's it for today. We'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye, y'all.
Till next time.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.